Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, August 23rd. Just going to show you what the end result looks like on my motorcycle. It's a brand new chain, brand new sprocket. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh yeah, there's a new sprocket in back of that. But yeah, I got to give her a bath. Today, our new project is replacing. I got to remove this tire, take out this firewall, and put this new exhaust in that I got. Exhaust manifold, driver's side. You're supposed to lock the steering wheel in place. I'm using my seat belt because I got to remove the drive shaft thingy or whatever. But yeah, that's what we're getting into. I got some, I have some PB blaster on here to loosen these. Hopefully we can break them. As you can see, we got the wheel off. I believe that's a 3/4 inch. Lug nuts. And looks like we have some 8mm all around this housing here, as well as some Phillips. Looks like you also have to pull off a few of these Christmas tree fasteners. I don't know where they all are, but got one up here, one right there. Like I said, one up here. And that's all I can see for them. It's supposed to be one there, but it doesn't look like it's there. Then we'll see where we're at. I got a jack. I'm pulling this off. Don't forget about this little Phillips under here. Yep. Then you have these right here. You got to push these back through the thing. Just push them back through. There's something, I don't know. And then you can pull this out after you pull this and the one up top. I'm going to tell you right now, I went up to my buddy's house in that off-grid, and there's still a bunch of dirt under here. Jeez Louise, I got to pull that manifold off. It's right there. You see it. But we got to pull this out right here. It's a 13mm. Slide that back. That's why the steering wheel is in place. And remove that dipstick thing. Take off this heat shield. Then remove that. Those are 10mm on each end. There's 4 of them. Then it turns into 13mm. So we got to do all that. That right there on the drive connect is 13mm. That'll sway away, leaving that being able to rock back and forth, and then move the dipstick out of the way. It's a little tight, but hopefully we can get it out, and then I'll have to pull this oil dipstick. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. So during my inspection, I saw this oil. See that oil underneath? See this? Oil. Upon further inspection, I have to now replace this. Do you see that tear? Yeah, sorry I can't hold the light there, but I got a tear in this boot. So now I'm going to have to replace that in another video. See how dark it is under there? It's hard to see. If I could find the tripod legs for my Craftsman halogen light, I could prop that up and be able to see good. But they fell off, and I don't know where in the hell I put them in this darn garage. I've looked everywhere. It's driving me bonker city. Do you see? I put that light. I couldn't find my stands, but now it's so much lighter down there. You could see a lot better. But here's how you can tell your exhaust manifold is definitely needing a problem. See how that moves? I didn't even have to unbolt it. That means the bolt's broken. All right, so when you're doing your nuts and bolts to keep track, I make a little square on paper. Just make sure you don't kick it or the wind's not blowing to knock it out. You place everything on there. Find a nice area you know you're not going to walk into. I'm having a hell of a time removing this. I don't know what I'm going to do. And getting to this This thing don't move. Getting to that bolt back there, it is way, and I got to move that bolt right there. Do you see it? That's a pain in the butt. And if you drop it, you're screwed. I'm going to put a rag underneath it. I'm going to tell you right now, the only way I got that off was this thing. Yeah, sprayed it with some blaster, and I got a little flathead screwdriver in there, right up in here, and I pried it in between that hole. See that slot in between there? I had to pry a flathead, a small one in between there. Can't get a hammer in there, so I had to slam it with this body dent flattening thing, and then get it undone with this. Be very careful you don't hit the seal. Man, that was a pain in the, it was a PETA, man, a pain in the ass. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Tearing apart that exhaust manifold is not a joke. I finally got everything done. Take a peek. Got it all out. It is not a joke with this. This right here is a pain in the ass. But I got it all out of the way. Finally out. And it is not easy. So you guys are gonna have to figure it out. I can't hold the camera and film everything. If you could get that dipstick out, this right here, it would make stuff so much easier, but you just gotta bend it out of the way, because getting down there and removing the bolt to this, it's just crazy. You just can't do it, man. Or at least I can't do it with the tools I got. You need a little stubby 10, and you gotta have enough. I don't know how you get it out. It's a pain in the ASS. But now I gotta wait for the new bolts to come in from Amazon. They're supposed to be here sometime today. And then I can finish this up. And then I have that other problem. Yeah. This boot right here is ripped. Do you see that? Yeah, there's a hole. And it's splattered shit all over. So now the truck's going to be down until I watch some videos on how to fix that. All I got to say is, got it off. Oh yeah, baby. Thank goodness I have an air compressor. Yeah, I needed an air hammer to smack some of that off. Yeah, there was a lot of cussing during this. But it is what it is. I'm going to give you a little bit of the specs for the torquing. The heat shield torque goes to 70 inch-pounds. The exhaust manifold, 18 foot-pounds. That steering nut that I took out, 33 foot-pounds. And I think that covers everything. At the end of the video, I'll give you the, here is the torque. You have to tighten the manifold in a certain torque sequence. Here that is. All right, it's about 2 o'clock. My new bolt set came in. Amazon didn't give me a new one of these, so I'll have to use one of the old ones. It comes with this orange stuff on there, and that is thread locker. And you don't want, since we have to remove these bolts, I don't feel like that should be on there. I'm scraping it off because I want to put anti-seize on there, because if these bolts have a thread locker on there, these are notorious for breaking. And you don't want this stuck in there when you have to weld it out with whatever. You don't want to get it stuck in your cylinder head. So I remove this orange. That's my recommendation. I'm also going to undo the other side exhaust manifold, that flange right there. I'm going to do the other side, the Y exhaust, so it comes back easy, so it bolts back on easy. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I undone the other side flanges, because look, you have a lot more play to pull around. You just have a lot more play to move this whole thing. So if you undo both sides, you can get your exhaust manifold in. It's just easier to move around. See all that play you get? Well, it's all buttoned up in there. I just got to get this exhaust flange hooked up, and it is, Jesus, it's so much easier if you have someone like my son come hold this up while I tack those bolts up top on each side. I'm by myself right now, so I'm getting pissed. And rather than work on your truck and get mad, that's when you take a break. Learned that a long time ago. So I'm taking a break. I'm stopping till my son can help me tomorrow. I got to do an oil change on his Honda, and then he can help me with this. So, yeah, pretty tired. I don't even know what time. It's almost 5. Been working on this all day, waiting for bolts to come from Amazon. But we've almost got it buttoned up, but still ain't going to be able to do anything because of that axle. That's next on the stuff to do. So I'm done for today. All right, everyone. Well, we finished it up. We got the drive shaft back in right here. Tacked it all up. Put the heat shield back in. Man, this was not easy. Also got the exhaust back in. I had to use some smaller bolts. This exhaust came with threaded whatever. The manifold was threaded. It was a pain in the butt, so I had to go to a smaller size nut and bolt and put it through there. Yeah, those are smaller bolts than what is required. So, but it's all hooked up and it sounds great. There's not an exhaust leak. Now I got to deal with this. Yeah. Jeez Louise. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to tell you right now, I had to stop working on it yesterday because it was pissing me off. It was a PETA. You know what that stands for, the acronym? Pain in the ass. All right, but she's running good. No more ticky sound. And, yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah, the exhaust manifold doesn't normally come with threads in that where the nut is on that bolt. But this exhaust manifold has threads, which made it very difficult. The other side doesn't. We're done, though. We did it. Check you on the next one. Ciao.